I'm pretty happy about like how everything works on campus. We have great library. It's a great place to study and just to spend some time when you need to be alone and focus on your studies. Also, you can find all the materials you need, uh, like e-journals, books. Um, Also, we have a lot of social clubs here. I find it great because Taiwanese students are helping international students a lot. They ask us to participate in some extra class, extra curriculum activities, and yeah, I enjoyed about interview.
Before I was thinking that this semester would be more theoretical and more writing. You have to do a lot of work. It's not. It's very free. You have a lot of time to work on your thesis because you have to work on your thesis of your presentation. It's really about presentation. So you have to work a lot to make all your paper, but you get a lot of time. And I think that is very interesting about this master. So teacher trust their student, and that thing is very interesting compared to Europe. In my case, France.
In IPG, we've learned about the urban regeneration term, and it's also my topic for my thesis. And in the second semester, we have kind of a workshop class, and we have to introduce the case study of our in our hometown and compare it to Taiwan case study. And I think this program is really good for the people who want to see about the urban problems for the solution, and also to learn about the East Asia urban studies. And also the most important things, if you want to learn like urban regeneration term, it's really a good program to start.
You have to learn a new vision of urban planning, a new vision of eco-city because the new eco-city will come, a new vision of sustainable development, a new vision of metro line, everything. You have to come to this city because this city is like, they say it's the heart of Asia. It's like from China, from Japan, from Singapore. It's like a mix of everything in Taiwan. So this country is very interesting for almost a lot of reasons: economical, environmental, social, very social. And I think I made a good choice to come to Taiwan because since I'm here, I don't want to go back France now.
Okay,
You
I
can
see.
stay here. Go home.
Yeah, I can stay here, and the food is delicious. So more. My teacher will say, okay, you have to work on this, and the teacher will trust me because I trust him, and there is a relation of trust between him and together. So that's different between here and Europe. In Europe, there is not a link between the teacher and the student. Here, you can talk about your problem, about your study, about your problem, about your presentation. It's very, very friendly, but also very professional and academic in the same time. So that's one thing I like here. First, you can make a lot of field trip with our master degree. We made a lot of field trip in the north of Taiwan, the east of Taiwan, Hualien, Henan. I was interested about meeting some people from the Taipei government. So we meeting a lot of people from the Taipei government, and that was interesting. So I think with this master, you travel a lot. That was very interesting. You travel also in Taiwan, but also in Taipei to try to understand the city of Taipei, but also to try to understand Taiwan in different scale. Taiwan and yeah, sure, you're very, very sure. For my thesis, in my case, I'm working about Eco City, and I asked a lot of teachers to help me try to have their vision of Eco City, and I got a lot of help from them. And in French, if I ask for help, you say, yeah, okay, you can go on internet, trying to read this book. I mean, here it's like they will take their time to help you like 1 hour, 10 hours. That is very interesting and helpful for me because it's a new country and I have to learn how work Taiwan, how work Taipei, how the city works. So that helped me a lot. Here,
Courses or
the courses are very interesting because they're different teacher come from different country. They're all Taiwanese, but one come from UK, one come from US, and there is a lot of people come to a conference here. So there is one come from Italy, one come from Holland, and one come from Japan. So there is a lot of interaction between professor, student, and people try to make learn more specific notion like sustainable development or ecocity here in Taipei in this master degree.
I see. Can you talk
I think one of the most facilitated in the library. The library is very big and very beautiful. It's one of the most beautiful I've ever seen. When you come into the university, you see the library. It's like, for me, it looks like a museum. It's very beautiful, and you got a study room too. You can learn. You can read your paper, try to work after your class. And if you live in dormitory, you got your own class to work. And I think that's in France. You don't have this type of class. You have to work at your home, at the library. But here it's like your second room, my second apartment. So that's pretty cool.
Okay,
My idea will be to learn Chinese. If you have a very good level of Chinese, and that's my goals. And this university provides some Chinese class, so that helped me. And my goal will be to work here in Taipei, to work maybe in the Taipei government or to work into an architecture office or urban planning office here. But my goal is to work here after that.
okay, I see. So,
I think if you want to learn some, for me in my case or in different case of every student, you have to learn a new vision of urban planning, a new vision of eco-city because the new eco-city will come in, a new vision of sustainable development, a new vision of metro line, everything. You have to come to this city because this city is like, they say it's the heart of Asia. It's like come from, you can see it's like from China, from Japan, from Singapore. It's like a mix of everything in Taiwan. So this country is very interesting for almost a lot of reasons: economical, environmental, social, very social. And I think I made a good choice to come to Taiwan because since I'm here, I don't want to go back France now.
okay,
You
I
can
see.
stay here. Go home.
Yeah, I can stay here, and the food is delicious. So
Okay, I see. So, I guess this the end.
Yes.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you so much.
谢谢你。我不知道，我是葡萄杯。
Okay, good.
It's great, man. Good. Thank you.
Thank you.
Yes, I think first of all the documents that we study in class, they are up to date. And also he gives us some, all the professors give us some interesting thoughts and like interesting insights. And we learn a lot about Taiwan, but as well we discuss problems in our countries, and we compare a lot Taiwan with our countries, our hometown. Especially the independent study class. Like this semester we had a reading class with professor. He gave us enough of sufficient material, and he asked us to do the presentations. He talked a lot about Taiwan, and he tried to connect all the classes to our thesis, even though our like students in my group, they were doing different research. Like for example, Erin and me, we have similar research topic, but she does her studies about Indonesia. I'm doing my studies about Taiwan. The other student, Eric, he is studying the U-Bike project, but professor has his own way to connect it all together, and actually classes are interesting for all of us. I really enjoyed the field trips during my housing policy class. We went to Ilan, and we learned a lot about housing problems and housing solutions there. I found it quite interesting to learn not only about Taipei but other cities nearby it. Yeah.
Okay.
Well, I'm pretty happy about how everything works on campus. We have great library. It's a great place to study and just to spend some time when you need to be alone and focus on your studies. Also, you can find all the materials you need, like e-journals, books. Also, we have a lot of social clubs here. I find it great because Taiwanese students are helping international students a lot. They ask us to participate in some extracurriculum activities, and yeah, I enjoy it about NGPU.
Okay.
I think because all the professors are willing to help. They always ask like what kind of job I want to do in the future, where I want to work, and they try to introduce some people they already know, so it would be easier for all of us to find a job in the future, especially if we want to stay in Taiwan. And yes, I think all the professors, they are quite helpful.
Worldwide.
Yes, of course, if you want to learn about urban governance in Asia, you definitely should choose Taiwan and Taipei University because the program is well organized, it's great. Yeah, I think you should do it.
Okay.
in IPUG, we've learned about the urban regeneration term, and it's also my topic for my thesis. And in the in the second semester, we have kind of a workshop class, and we have to introduce the case study of our in our hometown and compare it to Taiwan case study. And at that time, I've got like Ta Tao Cheng case.
Yeah.
Okay, and I think this program is really good for the people who want to seek about the urban problems for the solution, and also to learn about the East Asia urban studies. And also the most important things, if you want to learn like urban regeneration term, it's really a good program to start. I don't know how to say it, but it's kind of really interesting case study, because it's kind of old street. It's really they preserve that place, and they want to regenerate that place to be like, maybe, I don't know what's the real reason, but for the government, I think it's for the tourism, and they want to also the preserve the place so that the local people can use it also. So not just for like to marketing that place. And also when I came there with my students, I mean like with my friends in that workshop class, I feel like there are many problems in the place, at the place. The very serious problem, I think, is kind of the traffic. The cars and the motorcycles is everywhere in that old street. And sometimes for the if the people just want to walk by the street, it's really uncomfortable. Yeah, so it's really the case. And before I came to this program in IPUG, I don't know that kind of problems. I don't see that kind of things as a problem. I see that maybe just people who want to use the streets or something like that. But after I came to Taiwan, and after the explanation from the student itself and from the professors, I really see it very different, in different way. Yeah, I see it very in different point of view. So also about the urban regeneration, the biggest problem in the urban regeneration is gentrification. If the urban regeneration program is successful, there will be yeah, most of the urban regeneration term applied by cities around the world, they face with gentrification problems. And this is because, I think, this is because the city officials who run this program they don't really care about the people. They just want to sell the city sometimes. uh, Today in urban regeneration, I've learned also in this school, like you can have a solution for this problem. Kind of, you don't need to attract the people from outside to your city. You don't need to attract the like creative people from outside. You can just develop your local people skills, and then if they have a better skills and they can perform their skills, and if you provide the place to for them to perform that skills, the benefit will be for them, not for the outsider. So it's kind of really interesting to develop. And in Taiwan, I see, like in Tatauchen case, in URS, like urban regeneration station there, they kind of also develop their local people skills, but they're not really support that skills. You mean like maybe, I don't know, the promotion maybe it's not enough, or like I know that before it's really famous for the tea industries, right? But it's now abandoned. In the place really with empty buildings there. They maybe they can use it for like uh, I don't know. Maybe there's several problems before, but right now maybe they can kind of develop again that kind of old factories or something like that. Yeah.
Will you recommend?
Okay. And can you talk more experience about you work with the local students?
Okay. All right. I in the workshop class, I worked with Taiwanese students, and it's really very interesting experience for me, because it's just the class that I have, like until right now, it's just the class that I have worked with Taiwanese students. And I think they really eager to gain more experience from other countries. It's really good because we can compare about Taiwan and other countries, like before we got like the case from Vietnam and Japan and Indonesia and Turkey. They These countries really have different backgrounds. So when we try to compare, of course it cannot be the same, but sometimes it's also have interesting like solution for the problems, like in Tataucheng. So in that class, I really find it's really fun to work with Taiwanese students, because like I said before, they want to know about the different countries' problems and what they can do in their countries. You know, like if you want to work with together, if you want to work as a team, you have to gain like one word, like yeah, you need to cooperate together, right? And at that time, they really, I think they really understand that we are from different background, you know, from architecture, economics, and social literature or something, and statistics really different with them. They have a fixed background for urban planning, right? And they understand that we are have deficiency in this urban planning, so they explain more about the term, and they kind of explain more about the case study. And I think it's really they really patient to be like to explain to us. It's really nice. So I think it's really, maybe in the future, if the program want to have much more like to combine between the foreigner and Taiwanese in one class. I think it's really good. Yeah, for me, I really support it.
Yeah, we have this plan.
Yeah, it's really good. Yeah.
Can you talk about more about the teachers? What actual help they provide for you? Maybe of your physics working something.
Like I said before, they're really understanding, and they kind of it's really new for me. It's really I don't know any like term in this urban planning, urban governance program, and when they first I feel like they introduce it in very basic, yeah, from the very basic things, and then in general things, and then I can choose anything I want here, and like me, I choose urban regeneration, and my friend choose like sustainable city, and my friend they choose like statistics and transportation, and it's really uh, free. Yeah, it's free. Free willingness to choose everything you want, and it's really good to have like maybe different concept from different teacher, like maybe from different countries also, because we have kind of guest teacher from every country, like Europe or America and the other Asian countries. And for East Asian countries itself, I think it's really good things to learn about, specifically in China, Taiwan, Japan, and Korea case studies. Maybe in the future you can add more about this, because it's really even you have different culture, but it's kind of interconnected. Yeah, so it's really I really interesting in that kind of studies. So, and from the East Asian cities, also like other cities, like maybe in Indonesia also, the cities we kind of have urbanization problems, and I think it's the same in East Asian cities. Also, like we know like people in Asia like to live in the city right now, because the city is getting bigger, and they want to have better living, better job, better education, and something like that. And that's why I really like to it's also what I like in Taiwan, because even if it's small countries, it have almost the same problems as Indonesia. It's a really big country, so I think I can learn a lot in Taiwan.
Okay, so after and the last question, and so what you will recommend these courses for the Indonesia students, or even the worldwide students?
Yeah.
What do you want to speak with them?
And also for architecture student, I think, because my background is architecture before, so I think it's also a really good program to like to gain your knowledge, more your knowledge about the urban planning, it's really interesting to learn outside your big architecture is really not simple but not really general like urban planning. So if you want to make your knowledge broader, you can try to have like in IPUG program. It's really, and I found it's really interesting to have different kind of new things, different kind of new terms, and I really like it to learn new. So if you want to try it, new things like I said before, just give me.